Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
The Mission: Impossible Ghost Protocol movie stands as one of the most thrilling and ambitious entries in the entire franchise, blending breathtaking stunts, high-tech espionage, and emotionally charged storytelling into one unforgettable cinematic experience. This installment redefined what an action movie could look like, proving that the Mission: Impossible series was not just surviving but evolving into something even bigger and bolder. With its intricate storylines, global settings, and pulse-pounding energy, the film showcases how impossible missions are not just about gadgets and gunfights. They're about trust, sacrifice, and the unbreakable determination of those who dare to take them on. The movie opens with a surge of adrenaline as Ethan Hunt finds himself caught in the middle of an operation that spirals out of control, leading to a devastating event that forces the entire IMF team into disavowal. Cut off from official support, the team must operate in complete secrecy, hunted by their own government while trying to prevent a global catastrophe. This premise sets the tone for the entire story, one filled with high stakes, dangerous alliances, and the constant reminder that failure is not an option. It's not just another spy thriller. It's a survival story where loyalty and courage are tested at every turn. From the very first scenes, the film wastes no time pulling the audience into a world of non-stop motion. Each sequence is crafted with precision, and every detail feels purposeful. The pacing never slows down, but it also never sacrifices storytelling for spectacle. What makes Ghost Protocol stand out is its ability to balance thrilling action with smart emotional depth. Ethan Hunt's character isn't just a fearless agent, he's a man carrying the weight of his past, his decisions, and his team's safety. The story digs deeper into his psyche, showing the toll that constant danger and betrayal take on someone who's always on the edge. Visually, the movie is a masterpiece of action cinematography. The camera work and choreography elevate every stunt into an art form. The now iconic sequence where Ethan climbs the glass walls of the world's tallest building is not just a showpiece, it's a symbol of the film's daring creativity. The realism of that scene, combined with the sheer tension and vertigo-inducing visuals, makes it one of the most memorable moments in modern action cinema. Every stunt feels real because it is real, giving the film an intensity that CGI simply can't replicate. The desert chase scenes, the explosions, the hand-to-hand combat all are executed with a level of authenticity that keeps viewers completely immersed. The global scale of Ghost Protocol gives it a unique energy. From the dusty streets of the Middle East to the dazzling skyline of Dubai and the icy streets of Moscow, every location feels like a character in itself. The story unfolds across continents, but it never feels disconnected. Each place introduces new challenges, new technologies, and new enemies. This global movement gives the movie a sense of urgency and grandeur, as if the entire world is part of Ethan's mission. The visual diversity keeps the audience engaged, with each transition bringing a new flavor and mood to the story. The emotional heartbeat of the film lies in the teamwork. After being disavowed, Ethan and his crew are left with nothing but trust, and even that becomes fragile when secrets begin to surface. The bond between them is what drives the narrative forward. Their unity is constantly tested as they're forced to rely on each other while facing impossible odds. The movie beautifully captures the tension between duty and personal loyalty, showing that even the best agents are human at their core. The interplay of personalities adds humor, intensity, and depth, balancing out the heavy tension of the mission. The technology in Ghost Protocol is another highlight, portrayed with equal parts excitement and realism. The gadgets are futuristic yet believable, serving as extensions of the characters rather than mere gimmicks. The iconic magnetic gloves, holographic disguises, and advanced hacking tools make the action sequences more creative and unpredictable. But as the film cleverly shows, technology can fail, leaving the agents to rely on instinct and skill instead. That vulnerability makes the action more grounded and the stakes higher. The film never loses sight of the fact that behind every machine is a human hand guiding it, and that's what keeps the story relatable even in its most high-tech moments. The pacing of Ghost Protocol keeps viewers on edge from start to finish. There's no wasted time, no unnecessary detours. Every scene serves a purpose, whether it's to raise tension, reveal new information, or build character. The story unfolds like a ticking clock, with each revelation pushing the team closer to the truth and closer to danger. The tension builds steadily, and by the time the climax arrives, it feels like an emotional and physical explosion that ties all the threads together. The structure of the film mirrors the nature of a mission itself, complex, unpredictable, and deeply human. What separates this installment from previous ones is how it humanizes Ethan Hunt even further. He's not portrayed as an untouchable superhero, but as a man willing to push himself beyond reason for the sake of others. His vulnerability makes his courage even more admirable. The emotional moments, those rare glimpses where he questions his limits or doubts, his decisions add layers to his character that go beyond the typical action hero mold. It's a story about redemption as much as it is about survival. Ethan's relentless drive isn't just about saving the world. It's about proving that even when everything is stripped away, reputation, support, identity, integrity still matters. The visual tone of Ghost Protocol complements its story perfectly. The movie's cinematography uses light and color to reflect mood and intensity. Bright, sunlit scenes in Dubai contrast with the cold, shadowy streets of Moscow, creating a visual rhythm that mirrors the emotional highs and lows of the narrative. The film's editing is sharp and kinetic, perfectly matching the urgency of the plot. The sound design adds another layer of immersion, with heart-pounding music and crisp effects that amplify every jump, explosion, and whisper of suspense. The result is an action experience that feels both grand and intimate at once. Another remarkable aspect of the film is its sense of realism amidst chaos. The fight choreography is believable, emphasizing quick, tactical movements rather than over-the-top combat. The chases are fast and dangerous, but never cartoonish. The danger feels real because the characters react to it like real people improvising, panicking, adapting. That realism gives every sequence emotional weight. You don't just watch the action. You feel it because the movie makes you care about the people caught inside it. The tension also lies in the uncertainty of trust. The disavowed IMF team has to question everything: who they're working for, who they can rely on, and whether the mission itself is based on truth or deception. This underlying paranoia fuels the story's psychological edge. The movie constantly reminds the audience that in the world of espionage, nothing is ever as it seems. Allies can become enemies, and even the mission's purpose can shift in the blink of an eye. This uncertainty keeps both the characters and the audience on their toes until the very end. By the time the film reaches its final act, the scale and emotion peak together in a stunning display of storytelling. The last sequence brings together everything that defines the mission: impossible spirit, clever planning, intense stunts, and emotional payoff. It's not just about stopping a villain. It's about restoring trust, reclaiming honor, and proving that even in the face of betrayal and chaos, the mission still matters. The conclusion ties together the film's central themes: loyalty, resilience, and the idea that teamwork can overcome even the most impossible challenges. What makes Ghost Protocol truly unforgettable is that it reinvigorated the entire franchise. It took everything that worked in previous films and elevated it with fresh ideas, bolder visuals, and a renewed focus on character. It proved that the series could evolve without losing its identity. Every frame pulses with intensity, every scene feels alive with purpose, and every action beat carries emotional weight. The film doesn't just entertain, it inspires awe, showing how far passion, skill, and teamwork can take you when the odds are against you. Even after the credits roll, the movie leaves a lasting impact. It's a reminder that no matter how advanced technology becomes or how complex missions get, it's the human spirit that defines success. Courage, trust, and perseverance remain the true weapons of every hero. Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol captures that truth perfectly, blending spectacular action with genuine heart. It stands as a defining moment not only for the series but for modern action cinema itself, a film that proves that when the stakes are high and the mission seems impossible, that's exactly when heroes rise. Exactly when heroes rise.